The following is a Hennessy Hendo production. It includes excerpts and material from my vast collection of books and general knowledge. My collection spans many centuries and millennia. I upload as I have time, but the sheer volume is just so immense. It would do the people of the world good to listen to some actual classics or educate themselves on all manner of topics from fictional books to philosophy. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.
The writing and ratification of the United States Constitution was a foundational moment in American history that laid the groundwork for the federal government and set forth the guiding principles of governance in the United States. This process was marked by significant debates, compromises, and innovations in political thought. Below is a detailed synopsis of the events that led to the creation and ratification of the Constitution. Historical context and background. 1. The Articles of Confederation. After the American Revolution, the newly independent states were governed by the Articles of Confederation, ratified in 1781. This document established a loose confederation of sovereign states with a weak central government that lacked the power to levy taxes, regulate interstate commerce, or enforce laws. These limitations soon became apparent as the new nation faced economic difficulties, interstate disputes, and foreign policy challenges. 2. Calls for reform. Economic hardships such as debt and inflation, coupled with events like Shays' Rebellion, 1786 to 1787, which was an armed uprising of farmers in Massachusetts protesting high taxes and economic injustices, underscored the inadequacies of the Articles of Confederation. These issues prompted calls for a stronger central government capable of maintaining order and addressing national issues. The Constitutional Convention, 1787. 1. Convening in Philadelphia. In response to growing concerns, the Constitutional Convention was convened on May 25, 1787, in Philadelphia at the Pennsylvania State House, now known as Independence Hall. Delegates from 12 of the 13 states, all except Rhode Island, attended the convention. The Assembly, initially called to revise the Articles, soon resolved to create an entirely new governing document. 2. Key figures. George Washington. Elected president of the convention, Washington's presence lent credibility and gravity to the proceedings. James Madison. Known as the father of the Constitution, Madison played a crucial role in drafting the document and shaping its content. His Virginia Plan became the foundation for much of the Constitution. Admiral Alexander Hamilton advocated for a strong, centralized government and was instrumental in promoting the ratification of the Constitution later. Benjamin Franklin. At 81, Franklin provided wisdom and helped mediate disputes during the debates. Other notable figures. Gouverneur Morris, who is credited with penning much of the Constitution's final text, and Roger Sherman, known for proposing the Great Compromise. Major debates and compromises. 1. The Virginia Plan versus the New Jersey Plan. The Virginia Plan. Proposed by Madison, it called for a bicameral legislature with representation based on state population, favoring larger states. The New Jersey Plan. Countered by smaller states, this plan advocated for a unicameral legislature with equal representation for each state. 2. The Great Compromise, Connecticut Compromise. Roger Sherman proposed a bicameral legislature with a House of Representatives based on population and a Senate with equal representation for all states, 2 senators per state. This compromise balanced the interests of both large and small states and was key to moving forward with the Constitution. 3. The 3/5 Compromise. One of the most contentious debates was over how to count enslaved people for purposes of representation and taxation. The compromise counted each enslaved person as 3/5 of a person, thereby affecting the representation of southern states in the House of Representatives. 4. Separation of powers and checks and balances. The framers established a government with 3 branches: legislative, executive, and judicial, to prevent any one branch from becoming too powerful. Each branch was given specific powers and the ability to check the others, creating a system of checks and balances that remains a cornerstone of American governance. 5. The Electoral College. The method for electing the president was another significant compromise. The framers created the Electoral College system, allowing each state to choose electors based on the total number of its congressional representatives. This system was designed to balance the influence of populous states with that of smaller states. Final draft and signing after nearly 4 months of debate and revisions. The final draft of the Constitution was completed on September 17, 1787. Out of the 55 delegates who attended the convention, 39 signed the document. Several key figures, including George Mason and Elbridge Gerry, refused to sign due to concerns over the lack of a Bill of Rights and other issues. The ratification process, 87-8. 1. Public debates. The proposed constitution was met with immediate and intense debate across the states. Supporters, known as Federalists, argued that a strong central government was essential for national unity and stability. Opponents, called anti-federalists, feared that the new government would be too powerful and threaten individual liberties and state sovereignty. 2. The Federalist Papers. To garner support for ratification, a series of essays known as the Federalist Papers was published in New York newspapers. Written by Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, and John Jay under the pseudonym Publius, these essays explained and defended the Constitution, highlighting its mechanisms for preventing tyranny and promoting governance. 3. Key concerns of the Anti-Federalists. The Anti-Federalists were concerned that the proposed Constitution lacked explicit protections for individual rights. They feared that the strong central government would overshadow the rights of states and individual freedoms. 4. Ratification and the promise of a Bill of Rights. Delaware was the first state to ratify the Constitution on December 7, 1787, followed by Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, and Connecticut. However, key states like Virginia and New York required intense debate and negotiation. To secure ratification, the Federalists agreed to add a Bill of Rights once the Constitution was adopted. This assurance helped sway skeptical states, and by June 1788, the necessary 9 states had ratified the Constitution, making it the supreme law of the land. Virginia and New York soon followed, and the Constitution officially went into effect on March 4, 1789. The Bill of Rights, 1791. True to their promise, the Federalists, under Madison's leadership, drafted the first 10 amendments to the Constitution, known as the Bill of Rights. These amendments, ratified in 1791, guaranteed essential freedoms such as freedom of speech, religion, and the press, as well as protections against unreasonable searches and seizures and the right to a fair trial. Legacy and impact. The United States Constitution established a framework for a government that balanced power between the states and the federal government, safeguarded individual rights, and incorporated mechanisms for future amendments. Its durability and adaptability have allowed it to guide the country for over 230 years, becoming one of the oldest written constitutions still in use. The document has inspired countless other democratic frameworks around the world and remains a symbol of enduring governance and the rule of law.
Thank you for watching. Share the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Check out other series including 10-minute synopses, or complete audiobooks on Hennessy Hendo on YouTube. Literally check out my library. Become a literary master like Hendo. Share the wealth, spread the good word.